Today we're at a station which opened on the Central London Railway in 1900.
Joined by the Charing Cross, Euston and Hampstead Railway in 1907.
And most recently by the Elizabeth line. Today we're at Tottenham Court Road.
In this week's episode.
On y va.
Do you want to go through that?
Yeah, let's. Okay. Big torch might reveal. Let's have a look.
Woohoo! I'm excited.
Oh, look.
We've got a breeze coming, kiddos.
Well, we're definitely in part of the ventilation system.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I didn't know that.
So it's a nice little explore that anybody can do.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Hidden London Hangout. Today we're going back to somewhere that we were never able to visit first time round because it was locked down, but it's a station that is really, really cool. To give you an idea of the colours, when it first opened, it was green and it used to have a different name. So today we're at Tottenham Court Road. I don't do this alone, I've got three amazing folk from the London Transport Museum to guide us through the station and to have a laugh along the way. First of all, Christopher Nix. Come in, number 9, your time is up.
Hello, what a cool station we're off to today.
Love the fact you're wearing white as well, Nixie.
High risk when we're in a tunnel, but you know, here it should be fine.
Looking fabulous. And City Holloway, lovely that colour. Is that like an olive green?
Yeah, it's olive green is correct, I guess. I'm very excited. Well, you know, we're at a green station, so I thought, why not put on green? I'm excited because when we did the first episode for Tottenham Court Road, like you said, we were in lockdown. And I remember when we were pulling together all the photos for that, we were sort of going, oh, I really wish we could go and explore it. So today we do.
And it's also the station, and probably the episode that's known for the best outtake ever in the series. And if you go and watch the episode, I'm wearing a red check shirt. And you'll spot the edit because one time my eyes are okay and the next I come back and I've got red eyes. So it's a great edit. Laura Hilton-Brown's got a lovely dimpled jumper on. Reminds me of the back of a tile. Hello, Laura.
Today I'm channeling a tile keystone pattern. Not on purpose. Yeah, lovely texture. Thank you.
Gorgeous stuff.
I like going to the kind of big central stations because they're so key to like stories for so many people who travel in and out of London. So I'm very excited about this one today.
This is amazing. Now, I couldn't, unfortunately, go on this trip, and I'll tell you why, because I was in Liverpool for the Eurovision Song Contest, but I decided to send our intrepid three out into the wild to see what Totty Court Road has to offer.
So we're back in this giant of a station.
Well, it's nice to actually come and visit it properly, isn't it? I know we've done the Elizabeth line here before, and we've done a studio episode on it before, but we haven't been and properly visited the Northern and the Central line areas, have we?
No, well, I mean, we haven't actually seen what remains of those original stations here. When we did the studio episode, we delved into the history of the site, but we didn't actually go here because it was during lockdown, so we couldn't.
It was a long time ago. Lots to explore.
And we know that this is a station that used to have lifts and now has escalators. So they're fitted in 1925 and 1926. And wherever that happens, that generally means that there's some tunnels and lift shafts left behind that are worth exploring.
Absolutely. So, there's also, of course, the two separate companies originally here, the Central London Railway and the Charing Cross, Euston and Hampstead. One was a Leslie Green station, but it was subsurface actually, didn't have a surface building, and one was
Harry Bell Measures.
Harry Bell Measures. So one was white tiles, the other was, well, what colour was it? Hopefully we'll find out.
Also, they built a interchange ticket hall between the two stations when the Northern Line joined the Central Line here. So, should we go and don some hi-vi and go and see what we can find?
I think so.
So this is a beast of a station, Chris.
It is.
We are heading towards the Central Line.
Yeah, we are.
Tell me what you think we might find.
Well, the escalators were a later addition. This isn't how the station was built. These were added in the mid-1920s. And when you travel down to the Central Line, you might not realise it, but you actually go through the old lift shaft.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I didn't know that.
So it's a nice little explore that anybody can do for themselves.
You getting a good shot of me?
Siddy's
My
on camera
forehead.
too. She's doing some backwards camera
Very
work
expertly
here.
done.
I know.
Excellent.
So yeah, you've got two sets of escalators. You've got the upper ones and the lower ones, and then you find yourself going through.
And also lovely little screens that have been added in many stations.
I do like that, the panoramic kind of shots you can get across them all.
And here's where we get our first glimpse of that rather marvellous mosaic. Let's be good and go through this side. So what's nice about this is in this bit you get to see the name of the artist and the year of installation. So Palozzi's grand vision in this mosaic. If you look over there, you've got anybody?
Well, which bit?
Yeah, I couldn't tell where you were pointing.
Oh, that is a rocket. It's a
Hubble.
It's a. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It looks very much like a satellite to me.
I was looking at the dog. To be fair.
Of course you were.
So yeah, it's rather magical. Some of these were put down on the platforms as well, so we'll see those down there. But some of those were taken out during the last renovation of the station. But this is a nice place where you've got a bit of an expansion zone. You can stand to one side and just admire them.
Yeah, I really like the use of colour and how it feels like it's fluid and it's moving.
Yeah.
Is the ceiling supposed to look like a cog or a wheel?
I think it's just a
Coincidence.
decorative. Yeah, I think it's just decorative ceiling soffit. I don't think that's part of the vision, but you can very obviously see you're in a shaft here, can't you?
Yep.
The only reason you're going to get a circular space like this is that you're walking through either a lift or a stair
central
shaft.
line, yeah.
That's right.
So there must be a northern line.
There must be. Should we go and have a quick look at the platforms first, and then we'll go in search of more disused.
Let's go.
Let's go for it. So it's appropriately retiled in a white colour, which was very much the signature of the central line.
Ah, look at that.
It's nice to have some of the surviving bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, look at these. They're really,
Yeah.
really nice,
Look at
almost
these.
glass, sort of bronze glass.
They're a bit jazzy.
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Well,
And-
speaking of jazz,
Yeah,
that's
there's a
the
lovely
one I
pair of
always remember.
saxophones.
There's a saxophone.
Easy for you to say.
Saxophone.
It was designed to reflect the things that you would find in the local area, wasn't it?
10 Mark
So-
Street.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we often pick out on the older stations how the tiling carries on over the top of the tunnel, and here it does as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wave to the driver. So it's nice that at least a section of these have survived in the refurb, isn't it?
They survived very well, I must say, because these have been on here for a long time now.
They have, yeah.
Nearly 40 years.
Yeah. So, should we head off and go and see what we can find that remains of the Northern Line now?
Let's do it.
On y va.
It's nice.
I just think that the colour brings immediate joy. I do really like it.
Well, it feels very artistic, like very different from any other station, really.
It does. I think it really does separate it from a lot of other stations. As does the breeze.
So, go here, I believe. See, we are seeing a little bit of Central Line architecture, but that's just been modernized. You see, like these kind of openings and that sort of thing. Feels more authentic to the old Central Line stuff. Ooh, this is a fun tunnel.
I don't think I've ever been here, you know.
Wobbly hand-dug tunnels of yesteryear.
There's something interesting.
Go for it.
Interesting.
Siddy spots a door. We're coming through it.
Weird. It's quite
quite a narrow little corridor.
Yeah, it is. It's giving Down Street vibes.
That is exactly what I was thinking. The shape of it. Where are we?
Well, let's carry on down.
Okay, here we've got an SCR.
Okay, so I can't go in there.
Nada.
Yeah.
Privé.
Okay.
Quite glad I didn't wear the jacket now, guys. Good advice.
Yeah,
High
another high
voltage.
voltage.
And that, my friends, says equipment room and floodgate.
Oh, well, then we should definitely have a quick look at that.
Oh. Oh, that's not on.
I thought you were going to pass the camera to me, not spin it around.
Should I dare turn this on?
Yes.
Press the button.
That's just the light switch.
Was off.
Oh, this sounds like it's going to be...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold those locks.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Good work.
you want to go through first?
Yeah, let's. Okay, let's go through. Oh, heavens
City
above.
squished behind a door moment.
Wow.
Oh, it's mucky in here, mate.
Wow, that's quite a lot of noise from a train up there, isn't it?
We are
Because
close.
it's right there.
This is like the hub, the engine room.
Yeah.
Lots of fans to keep the equipment cool as well.
Yeah.
And us.
And us dusty.
Throw some dust around.
And the train tracks, rather
Super
close to
close.
us here.
So very Laura comment, but the kind of taps there on the pressure gauges, if that's what they are, look like flowers.
Oh, I see. Yes, they're gate valves, I think.
There we go.
But this is, we've seen similar things to this before, like at London Bridge. I think you and I have seen something similar at Green Park, where floodgates were fitted. They were often hydraulically controlled, sometimes electrical, sometimes hydraulic. And we know from our previous episode that the floodgates fitted here during the Second World War, and this is just some of the very heavy equipment that has been left behind.
Wow. So this is no longer connected?
No, it doesn't look like it. I think it's one of those things where equipment like this is just so massive and physically heavy. If you don't have to take it out, why take it? Anything that way worth a look, or are we at the end of the tunnel?
I think we are.
It's the end of the road as we know it.
Oh, but wow! Check out
Oh, no, it's not.
This is for Alex.
Oh, plugs.
Switches, plugs, switch gear, and little motors. Oh, I think these must be hydraulic pumps. Look out. Oh, and the other tracks. Okay, let's crack on.
I like the white tiles. It's a very clean look, isn't it?
Very bright.
Yes.
Very
Added.
low ceiling height.
Yeah, for cities, super tall.
I'd imagine somebody who's like 6'4", 6'5".
And here we go. So it's not quite as it would have been, really, is it?
No. Bit more plain.
A lot more plain. So a lot more central London
Yeah.
Railway. So it was originally, you know what colour it was, don't you?
Green.
Green. It's sort of quite a light green, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Pale green.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of it in the museum collection, I think. A chunk of
Oh,
it
do
in the depot.
Yes, we do. We have like a way out cartouche that's been recreated from it, haven't we? That's interesting.
Given that the platform has been completely renovated and all of that history is gone, what do you reckon? Go and see if we can find
There
some
must
of the...
be some remnants of those tiles here.
We need to explore.
We do.
Right.
Lift shafts, passageways, let's see what we can find.
Yeah, you've looked at the plans.
I'm excited.
Oh, look. You don't really get a door moment because you can actually see through it.
I was going to say there's a
Come on,
little,
let's have it.
can I say a little exposure moment?
Exposure moment, yeah.
Wow.
They are beautiful.
Wow.
This is variation, isn't it? Would you reckon, Laura? I know you're our town aficionado.
If you just look at this layer here, you've got the really kind of pale green.
It's a replacement by the look of it.
Yeah, more teal, and then a little bit darker.
But on these original ones, there's a heck of a lot of variation, isn't there?
It's also a green I don't think we've seen before.
No, I suspect it's going to be one of those ones where the glaze is no longer safe to make or something like that. It's probably got all kinds of things in
But
it.
even in some of the places like the have green tiles, like Piccadilly Circus or Knightsbridge.
It's not teal
like
and it's not sea green. My brain can't find a word for it yet. Yeah.
It's like a lily pad.
Well, look,
Nice.
should we hop off our lily pad and head down a bit further, see what else there is?
Ribbits this way.
Wait, can I do this? I want to open
Yeah,
both
do
at
it,
the
do
same
it,
time.
do it. There's your exercise for the day. Oh, look at this! Straight away, we've got the mouldings that you would expect to find around lifts.
Lift shaft
And
entrances.
spiral.
And the tiles all over the...
Yeah, that is pretty good, isn't it? So what else we got?
It's very well preserved, isn't it?
Pistachio.
Oh, an
yes.
interesting addition.
Yes,
Lily
I'll
pad,
take that.
pistachio. Can we go through here?
Yeah, let's.
Are we allowed? Should we have a look?
Oh,
So, what do we think? Was this...
come on, come on.
This is lovely. Absolutely lovely.
No tile maker smart.
No, I was looking.
Shoot.
You never know.
Nothing there.
Gosh, and then what do we
And then
have
we've
here?
got the
Lower
vent
pump
lamp.
room. Should probably not go in
Should we
there.
have a look?
This one? Oh,
Oh,
very dusty, guys.
What have we got?
Shall I?
Yeah.
Oh no,
let's-
that's flicking it the wrong way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Some Keystone. Look, I wore the jumper hoping it would be a Keystone texture moment.
Now, Law, I'm slightly distracted.
Oh, he's looking up.
Yeah, no, you're looking at the tiles, but I'm just looking up into the darkness here and wondering what a big torch might reveal. Let's have a look.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Oh,
quite as tall as I was expecting. It looks like it's been capped off.
Yeah.
But,
are you underwhelmed?
no,
He's seen bigger.
I have.
Ah.
It's still quite impressive. Though,
I think
right?
so.
All right, sorry, I've diverted you
I know,
from the
no.
tiles.
This is where my eye went straight to. Look.
More tiles.
Looky
You can see
here.
the backs with the witness mark left in the wall where the old ones
I like the
have come
circular ones.
off. Still not finding a makers, are we?
Hang on, there's more around here though, team. With an important message.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh! That means Siddy is a ghost.
Oh.
To be fair, if I was a ghost, I'd probably be like, oh, hey, babes.
There's a big grill here as well. Looks
Oh.
very dusty.
Oh, we always love a big grill over the floor where we can't see what's below
Look,
it.
that's the chair for the ghost.
Oh, that'll be tracks then.
Holy moly.
You got breeze coming, kiddos.
Well, we're definitely in part of the ventilation system, not just for the station, but I think the tracks as well there. Yeah, you're right. Cool, piston effect. Do you want to come and demonstrate with your hair, Siddy?
I feel like there's going to
Not
be a
really.
lot of
I
dust.
just washed it this morning. Oh, there's a train below me.
Sounds like an X-wing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Tube train.
Do you not think the beginning of that sounded like an X-wing off Star Wars? That was my
Well, that's
Star.
quite
That was
cool.
pretty good. I was like,
My
"Ah,
spaceship.
Right.
There's
Should we
more
go
passageway to
there's
explore,
more
so
on the
let's
other
go and have a
side.
look.
There's more. I don't like treading on this grill. Not 100%
What do you think, something
sure
different?
it's safe. Right, emerging into the slightly brighter corridor here.
Yes. Slightly fresher smelling as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't so pleasant.
Well, look at it though, guys. 1, 2, what?
buckle my shoe.
3, 4. How many lifts did they have here? Quite a few.
Yeah, so there'd be, one of them would be for a spiral staircase. And if you look here, they did maintain the tiles. There's some more modern ones, different colour and
Oh, so this
shape.
looks like it's been filled in actually.
It does.
So, here's a store. Should we see what's in the store?
Every little bit of space gets reused, doesn't it, for storage and stuff.
That could be interesting.
Oh, okay.
Anything worth seeing?
It's a sink.
A sink, wow.
Everyone
No
needs a
tiles, though.
sink.
So, we found the stairs though.
Oof.
Oh, wow. Ooh! Smells a bit like a barn.
Now this is interesting. Look up here. Baker Street and Waterloo Railway.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's interesting that these are down here on a Charing Cross Euston Hampstead Railway.
Oh, guys, look.
Ooh. Let's have a look here. So the duct has been removed. And unusual as well that the walls aren't tiled.
Yeah.
Maybe
Must have ripped them
it's
out.
been stripped out, yeah.
But it looks like this is an original staircase.
Yeah, it does.
Huh.
Well, that's an interesting anomaly. And also, we've got the twisted lattice grille around the duct.
Apple pie.
Well, it's nice to find these little surviving features, isn't it? Well, I don't know about you, I think Tottenham Court Road's quite pretty, and that was rather interesting. What do you think?
I think so. I think it's offered us more than I expected, really.
I like with all the modernisation that's happened at the surface, you've got the Elizabeth line that's just so glossy and gleaming, and then we've just descended a couple of layers, and we have this.
And that they've maintained it rather beautifully, I must say. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we'd find maybe a cupboard or two with some tiles clinging on for dear life, but
Yeah.
they're well,
They're actually in very good condition.
yeah, they are.
Alex has missed a lovely green.
He has. Well then, back to the studio.
See, wasn't that lovely? What happened? I don't know. That was lovely. So, Nixie, thank you very much indeed. That was glorious.
Yeah, it's always good to actually go and do the poke around properly in the station. You can only do so much with photos, and just good that we could go back and do it.
And I do love the fact, actually, just from being in that station, I love the fact there are parts of that station where it's obvious where maybe the lift would have landed and things like that by the shape of the chamber and all that kind of stuff. Siddles, it was a glorious station. It is a glorious station, isn't it? Because there's the central line, there's a bit of the northern line, there's the name change. It's all up there. Plus, of course, brand new with the Lizzie line.
Absolutely, and more to see than I had expected. I mean, I keep saying this, almost every site visit we do, you sort of think, well, there's not going to be very much left, is there? And then you discover a hidden world beyond what you actually thought was remaining at the site. So very thrilled to see all of that come together at Tottenham Court Road.
And I love the fact, Laura, that when you think about that station, there's so many eras of history, really. I mean, even the mosaics that still remain in some parts of that tube station, plus, of course, the white of the central line and the history of the northern line platforms. There's so much at Tottenham Court Road, isn't there, hiding in plain sight, really?
There absolutely is, and I love the mosaics. It's just a timeline of loveliness, and I think it's such a big station. Obviously, the last time we were all there was to do the Elizabeth line and the kind of new station. So to go back and look at the kind of more secret and disused parts in a station that's so pivotal to kind of theatreland and shopping and the hustle and bustle of London, I love that. It just encapsulates a lovely moment for me.
And I love the fact it's just around the corner from Denmark Street, you know, the home of music in London. You think about record shops and you think about Foyle's bookshop across the road, but Denmark Street was the home of musical instruments. It's kind of bonkers to think that we had these specialist areas of town. So thank you very much indeed for going. As I say, bit of a random episode, but notes, queries and questions. I'll look in today at some of the comments that came in after the Finsbury Park episode where Nixie, Siddy and I went track walking in the middle of the night. And there's a really lovely comment from Brian Harvey, and he says it's a lovely video. As a long-time driver on the Piccadilly line, I still don't know why, but whenever I've stopped to take a look at it, there's something about the westbound crossover chamber where the old alignment meets the new that really puts the willies up me. It's an atmospheric place, to say the least. Nice videos, keep up the good work. It really was. That midnight track walk was incredibly atmospheric, wasn't it, Nixie?
It really was. It partly because we were on a clock when we were there. We had a certain amount of time we had to get in and out and away from the site. So not having been there before and in these massive caverns, it really was atmospheric.
It was glorious. It was glorious. And Stage Tech says, greetings from Colorado, USA. Love the fact we're all over the world with this. Are there any old British transport films or similar online that you know that uses the underground as its main subject matter? He ran across All That Mighty Heart from 1963. Well, you got Heart the Angel from the BBC. That was 40 minutes. You've got that amazing documentary about the building of the Victoria Line with that very, very posh guy. Do you remember him?
That was really the last big one that was done on the BTC, because it was a massive undertaking to produce that film. Yeah.
But there's also, you know, if you're into, I'm sure you'd agree, Sids and Law, that when you think about the Elizabeth line, our very own Star made some really cool films about the creation of the Elizabeth line, almost from start to finish, when it was Crossrail. I mean, you know, we had so much fun working with them on those projects, didn't we, Law?
Chris Bevanley and his wonderful video skills.
Gorgeous boy, gorgeous boy. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Have you back soon, I hope. Mark says, such a brilliant episode on Finsbury Park. Charlotte 63, great episode, team. Welcome Easter present, because it came out Easter, didn't it? Stuart says, superb episode, guys. Alex, I saw you taking photos in the tunnel, e.g. the AD sign. I'm wondering, when checking your photos back on your iPhone, always a dangerous game, that one, is it giving you a GPS pinpoint, showing you exactly what's above you? That would be so cool. It doesn't, weirdly. It sort of roughly tells you where you were when you went into the station, went out of the station, but that's about as good as it gets. Am I right?
Yeah, it can't geolocate you because it hasn't got signal where you are, so it can't triangulate your position.
I mean, the bigger worry is actually just going through the delights of my camera roll. Lisbonized, who is obviously a lovely navigant, says, oh, this is definitely my favourite episode so far, but I suppose I am rather biased. Thank you ever so much for giving us the tour, you star of those tube tunnels. Well, that's it for us. Thank you very much indeed, as always, to the Intrepid team. Mr. Nix, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. It's been great. And if you have enjoyed watching this and exploring with us, then please explore our tours that are available online, the Hidden London tours, and go and explore some stations with us for yourself. And also, you can buy the Hidden London book, available in our shop.
If you want to find out a bit more, you can come and join us on Patreon as well. We've got our new subscription system, so you can join up and see all the extra stuff that's just for the Patreons as well. Siddles, thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much. As always, a pleasure.
Lovely stuff. And you can find us on TikTok as well. Eventually, we will persuade Laura to go on TikTok. It's taken a little more time than normal, but thank you, Laura, for coming along today.
The world of TikTok awaits. Hey, I'm going to leave it to you guys, and maybe I'll attempt to do it soon. What Chris said about the tours, we've got lots of amazing tours at the moment, so it would be lovely to see as many of you on them as possible. Alex, we missed you on this site visit, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed being there.
We always have fun. As always, find us on Instagram, Alex Grunton, Chris Nick, City Holloway, Hidden London Law, and at LT Museum. And thanks for finding us on YouTube. The numbers are phenomenal for Series 7. We are so delighted and so humbled. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and comment down below with your questions and suggestions as where we go next. And we'll be back somewhere really cool very soon. In the meantime, have yourself a great day and stay safe.